Yeah, I've been trying not to. It's me and Tom.
How's it going?
We're are ready to rock. We're going into top 8 of the Bristol Regional.
Top 8 is my third favorite round a Top Cut can be, I would say.
We have some pretty familiar players, I could definitely say, as we are going to go into this one, starting off the timer on top 8. We'll get to show their names a little bit later, but what we're going to do is we're going to hop into game number 1. There's always something that I forget to do, and it's always the same thing every single time. So we're going to be going into this one. We got Luke Campbell and Jacob Sellers.
Notably, Vulcanusmon versus Medusa. And Andrew, I'm happy to tell you I picked this one because it was the last unique matchup we could grab.
Yeah? I mean, I believe now the Soul Vulcanus left.
Yes,
we did
both
see
of them the last player in their archetype.
Yes. So we saw Vulcanus did make it into top 16 off of the last round Swiss.
That red memory boost has filled me with pain.
I looked away. Did we add a card to hand?
Yeah, but it was just Iraq only bought basically half our extension.
Red Momento.
Red Momento.
Red Momento.
Oh, look, that Terriermon finds any option card. Did you know that? Ooh, let's talk shop on this Vulcanus. Thanks to DCG Nexus, with the opportunity to look at some unique decklist decisions, Luke is showing you guys KnTeLixar BT24 as a tech piece for his Vulcanus list. Obviously, goes without saying. Factorial area focuses black and red Digimon, so Vulcanus meets that requirement on the black side. And is a ridiculously durable board boss. So it's one of those cards where it's like, when you get a chance to opt it into your list, it outs very specific non-deletion oriented matchups very well. One of those cards particularly good against Toho Braves.
Yeah.
Not necessarily against Medusa.
Yeah, this is it's an interesting one because it's like a deck that pushes out a 5 rather than kind of playing on board. I have a feeling that we're gonna have to make Vulcanus the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, heartwarming. This player makes Vulcanusmon the old-fashioned way.
And this is one of the things actually where we, once again, deck lists have been public, so we don't have to feel too bad about talking about these list specifics of the players that are around.
These guys have studied.
Yeah, we know Grav Crush. But also, in terms of level 5s, none to be seen.
Grav Crush, interestingly, trending down per the data set when I had a little look earlier.
Yeah,
so it's one of those cards where it's like you can simply deny your opponent resources rather than accrue your own. You can just win in 2 turns instead of 1.
But he does have something that is entirely exclusive to his build of the day. When you look at the deck fingerprints provided by DCG Nexus, you get to see how your build of a list compares to other players of the same archetype. One of the things that is really, really interesting in this Vulcanus list is we have another form of non-delete removal in the form of KnTeLixar, and also a form of kind of non-standard protection as well to just kind of keep your bozo safe.
Yeah, you don't have to use your legend or divine arms.
Yeah, so really
makes
cool.
a big deal. I mean, again, we mentioned earlier like the value Neptune brings to the Toho Braves matchup. It's contextually going to probably be most useful here as a means to stave off Medusamon. But there's aspects to the matchup where like both players have. I would say like very strong breakpoints for like what they can look to do. Like it's 2 tempo matchups, 2 players. Medusa technically the more plausible line to OTK. It requires many memory boost starting at 10, some extenders in hand for a Vault player. Medusa just has lines to do these things. The Crimson Blaze check of all time. Welcome, gang, to the Medusa matchup.
Yep. Some people hit a Congo insecurity, some people hit red Congo insecurity.
I wish. I want to highlight as well, the Firemon's a cool choice. I've looked at a couple of the lists that talk towards the end of last format and moving into this event. Just being able to recur any of the red and blues is really nice. But in particular, KnTeLixar being a blue-black Digimon means it's the black recurable piece off the Firemon.
Yeah, really, really cool.
It's a distinct advantage over, say, like Promo Hiroko, because Promo Hiroko isn't actually contributing to the discard pile, too. So Firemon is an accelerant for your trashing option cards and links.
Ooh.
Wow,
So this is going to lock the body, and then we actually do get to Lincoln Raising, which is pretty cool. Oh, this taps a Tamer as well.
It's pretty saucy, and then the Coronamon comes out even bigger than it normally would have been, potentially at least.
Which
there are merits to not considering Blink.
Yeah, Devo lets you kind of recur these things from trash as well.
End of turn Owen Dreadnought. I mean, piercing is a significant component to this matchup as well, because like a lot of the little dork Digimon that Vulcanus likes to early aggress with are not fans of being pierced over. It takes a lot of the value from the board away quickly. Looking at Luke's hand, I'm seeing some scary cards, but I have also already seen his Crimson Blaze checked. So, like, never say never. This is one of those things where the longer the game goes, the more, like, Medusa can ramp its advantage on board. As a deck, it's best suited to making these, like, incredibly high push turn. Liberator decks kind of all as a whole can do this. Medusa cuts out the middleman of needing emblems by using its egg and using Raging Serpentine and all of that kind of similar, likewise effect. But on the whole, it still falls under that same game plan.
Yeah.
2K into 2K, red rookies doing some gang violence.
El Clásico.
This is the other component, is like, if you're a Vulcanus player, obviously it's nice. I'm talking to Luke outside the building, actually. The best feeling in Vulcanus matchups is when you know your rookies die.
Yeah.
It just kicks ass every time. You're like, go Coronamon, I'll see you later. It's
a brave young lad.
The choice to check security and not check the sideways rookie. He's a bolder gamer than I. I probably would have chickened out.
I think it's just guarantee lethal, no?
Oh my lord, yeah, it looks it. We gotta. I mean, we need to see a factorial area Hachi Machi.
Actually, no. I guess it didn't matter, right? Like if you have Mars, I mean, this makes
Mars
it.
could have helped.
This makes it so you don't need Mars. It means you can kill with your favorite little goober.
Yeah.
Get in there, Coronamon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Money spread.
I saw it off the boost as well. It was so painful.
If there's a guy that I have seen brick in the this happened to him in Bristol as well against Seb.
Yeah.
Just like absolute money spread of unplayable hand. It's a red
That looks a lot like the hand I lost my win in on in Bristol. It's, it's one of those where you watch the red memory boost, bot deck the consistency cards you needed, and you add your third Syrakumon, and you're like, man, I just don't. What am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah. So you know what? Once we got a little bit of time, what we can do is we can highlight our players by a name. So Pontypool
Massive on the board.
Yeah, we also probably the first time many a new player has probably read that ID, but real ones know. Before Thomas was good. You got Nikolai. This is the Mirage Tamer. People that are familiar with deep UK Digimon, they know. This is
this is our guy.
Our Mirage guy.
There are many like it, but this one can cook.
Did get scammed by the cheater at Euros, but
Rip Bozo. I hope you don't come back.
But speaking of coming back, we got to stop this guy from coming back to Fanboy 3 Store Regionals because he keeps taking invites from us.
Luke Campbell in the building, regional champion, our third regional champion on the stream here today. Luke makes a hobby of basically showing up to anything in the Northwest, taking a top cut and bouncing. It's kind of the move. He also has the most diabolical crazy Pedro's order I've ever seen.
How bad are we talking?
One of every size he could grab his hands on.
Dubs. Variety is the spice of life, which is interesting coming from a man that loves to draw one, trash one.
Absolutely. Perhaps best known for his antics with a big purple crocodile.
Yeah.
But
the coolest Fujitsumon tokens I've ever seen.
The sickest Fujitsumon tokens.
Rest in peace.
Oh, man.
We got to kill Jambo.
Thanks, Jambo. Anyway,
that's your 3v3 teammate soon.
Listen, if we finish this cast before I can go play Nature Spirits in a 3v3, that'll be a miracle. But I'm not anticipating that. But what I am anticipating is Game 2 having a lot more of the matchup intricacies for us to have a look at. Again, Medusamon's intricate interaction point of making the discard pile shitty is how you win the game when it works. It's just if you don't find a Medusamon, that's a different problem.
Yeah. It is an unfortunate one. We are going to open the digital gate with Toyagu in the back and the front. That boy can pick up an option.
I want to actually make a point on this, and I'm chat. Invest your opinions in this. It's rare that we ask for those, but I want to genuinely try and test the room on this one. Toyagumon is, of all of the internal like sub-archetype Time Stranger searchers, the one I am the happiest in the raising area just because of the inherit. It's just so, using Reboot aggressively is so frustrating to interface with in this deck. Like, when the Blimpmon is 2-checking me because it got collision piercing from Iron Slash, and then I'm like, oh my god, please stop hitting me.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's been really, really consistent across Toyagamons. If it's a black Toyagamon, there's basically only one.
That is, I mean,
Yeah.
the mem boosts are doing something today. I have not seen them do this before.
They are not boosting.
Oh my god. Well, listen. So let's talk the upside on this, right? The 2 delays, any 2 sorts of memory, with the exception of 2 scrambles in hand, which is why I'm mentioning these delays on the board now. Training boost gets you all the way up to the Styraco mid combo. So you have basically from any point of the game, provided Vortex's hand manifests in the way that we're looking at for, it will present a Styracomon defense. The kicker to that is that you do suffer with the D-Digivolve. But if you find enough like protection effects, Vulcanusmon has to digivolve twice, and then you end up back on the Lamiamon. You're immediately ready to combo again.
I mean, we've pushed up very, very confidently here, so I have a feeling.
I mean, this is a bluffed 6, right? Like the 2 training, the 2 mem boost here. Like there's, and I want to point out once again, Luke Campbell had a rookie die. It's that easy. You just want it enough. End of turn Owen Dreadnought drops in. Not always the first one you'd like to see, but generally the long term, like the faster this one develops, the more memory you're getting turn over turn. And Volk will eventually have a rookie not die in the trade. This is the part of the matchup I absolutely hate, though, is when you ask the Vulcanus player to decide, hey, man, do you want to just fill the trash for free? And they get to discard the extra option copies that they're knowing they're not going to use. It's like a kind of hidden information game.
Yeah, very, very annoying.
But for the Medusa player now, like once you get set up, you interface with the discard pile. That's your meaningful point of interaction. The secret crappy third thing is if you just put enough tokens on the Volk player's board, they never have less Digimon than you.
Yeah, I mean, it's double duty, right? That gives you the protection on the Medusa and...
that's a shame.
Oh, yeah, we do not have...
Well, you can eat the token now, but you're now going to have to... The sub-game plan of leaving lots of tokens on the field no longer works the same.
Yeah, but if it's equal or more, so if we pop it, we get to burn one, and then end of attack.
Yeah.
So, like, we're equal here, so as long as we don't...
Yeah.
It turns off Lamia, I guess.
Yes, it does. And it's a question of, like, who can maintain the most advantage there. This is a tough call. Obviously, we've seen the Firemon in Luke's list from game 1.
Which is why it's interesting that we leave the Vulcanus in trash.
I think the merit is more in taking away like low-level Digimon that can be played out from option cards you might check. There's like aspects to the matchup where it's like progress is a very strong effect and defines a lot of how this deck aggresses, but on the whole, it isn't genuinely like safe from interfacing with option cards. The way a lot of the other, like we saw Red Hybrid yesterday, Red Hybrid just literally doesn't read the option cards. Medusa does have to interface with them. So one of the kickers is, well, if I need to play around, obviously Medusa herself totally not bothered by it in any way. But when the Digimon come down from checking a factorial area, you want to try and diminish as much hand advantage you can gather as possible. Vulcanus is extraordinarily one-note in matchups like this. It's just about draw and cycle. It's borderline purple player gold.
It's one of the things, I guess, that you also mentioned, like, this Owen Dreadnought gets, like, a longer-term value, but, like, in the short term, we immediately saw, like, if that's any other Owen, we're, like, +3 to pump over that. And, like,
yeah, you would have
we lost a lot of...
But by leaving the token on the board, you can guarantee your memory. So.
Yeah, the problem is we lost a lot of value in not being able to play something off of the Lamia. So like the open pass after finding it, like we passed full memory.
Oh, that's absolutely true. Yeah. Although it is a question of like, can you get on board fast enough to maintain the stack? Like, if this one makes it back and we can start building in the raising area for a like turn 4 push, that makes a pretty big difference in terms of like how many cards you can expect Luke to have found. Not a Coronamon resolved yet. Obviously, 2 Toyagamon cycles. Where I think by my count 7 cards cycled so far, plus the one out of hand from the Lamiamon BT24 effect. Like there's a certain amount of like understood. We kind of get where you're going here. We know how many chances you would have had to draw Divine Arms, but there's none in drop yet. So anything that's still in hand is kind of fair game. And like the part of Medusamon that I think frustrates a lot of players to interface with is that it's just hand ripping you. Like you are actively losing your hand advantage. First Devo drops.
All right, so 2 Vulcanus in trash now. It's a little scary, but I guess, I mean, Medusa only bot decks 1 with this version. Like, it's not the bot deck 2. So
it's also what you choose to pitch to tell you what you've got in hand versus what you don't have in hand, right? Like, if you don't need more than 1 Volk for the rest of the match, that's what it is.
Oh, Tamashane already done. Damn.
That's that matchup, huh? That's what you'd expect.
Yeah, down to just one OmniX player remaining, and it's the one that already has a regional win. So we get to go Factorial
look at that,
first.
It's gonna play at a, I would imagine, level 3 Searcher.
Oh, yeah, one would think.
Although the kicker is it will explode momentarily.
Yeah, unless you are
End of attack, just yoink.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually in pretty... we're kind of... I actually think low-key... can you play the Greymon off this?
You can, but end of attack timing is still during the attack effect, so progress will protect it from the Greymon's Digivolve.
Yeah. So I guess you would just pop it.
And just bot deck it.
Yeah. I guess I was just trying to think of like if it insulates against Styraco, but because of the timing.
That's interesting, yeah.
Because of the timing it comes out. Like ideally, obviously, you'd want to Styraco pop the petrification token.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we get Dementro protection here in case something goes awry.
I mean, great. Like, notably the most significant defense against something like a title stream. Or I think Soulfear is the one that this is like particularly good at. But Soulfear not super common in lots of lists.
Yeah, we can have a Ganda. See if... I thought it was pretty standard. Yeah, so I'm not seeing the purple removal here. So
Soulfear is the only one that targets largest. So it's a kicker. Oh, big chain for the Styrakomon.
Yeah.
Get in there, gang.
Yeah. So, I mean, despite the best
big
efforts
and
of
stompy
the boost,
around here, yeah. Our man on the inside, the red memory boost, trying to take us down. But cannot stop today.
Paid actor red memory boost. And I mean, these guys have been playing quick. Like we saw a pretty quick game one, very quick game two.
Isn't it like absolute joy when it's two players with defined lethal lines and understanding each other's matchup? Like, this is why it's sick to watch Top Cut. These guys have read their cards, read the other guy's cards, and know exactly what they're both looking for. Yeah. You don't have to be like, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
For like 100 hours.
There's no like, ooh, how do I undo this intricate puzzle, this toolbox? They both take hammer, they hit the thing, did the thing crack? Sick.
Yeah, exactly. Nice line, Bozo. How many security do you burn?
Got him, GG's. And despite that, still not even the fastest game of top 8.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. No idea if he bricked, but I mean, Tamas coming into this one was kind of expecting Red Hybrid to kind of.
It's uniquely positioned for the matchups left in the room. Seemingly, the only thing that stopped it on the run was arguably player gapped by the best player in the UK at the moment.
Yeah. And TB, I think, is pretty well positioned compared to Billstar. Billstar's like defensive lines aren't nearly as good.
Oh, yeah. TB also can handle if you print 8 memory, which is something completely ridiculous to be able to say. But if TB can still play the game if you're at 10. Speaking of playing the game, rolling on for game 3 as both these players proceed to move towards, I believe, their contention for an uncut sheet.
Yes, this is you're winning into an uncut sheet. This will be the first for both these players. We talked about some people having uncut sheets already, but neither of these two were able to pick one up in Bristol.
Oh, turn 1 Devo off a Dan Kanan is absolutely outrageous. Oh, pre-release Asuna. We've all been there, man.
I love pre-release rare.
It's so weird seeing that card foiled. But yeah, it's an interesting decision tree too, because like the earlier the Devo comes down, the more that is like, ooh, come get it. Ooh.
Oh my goodness gracious me. Despite the best efforts of red memory boost, we do still add a card to hand.
Can somebody, at the end of this stream, I want somebody in the chat, so perhaps numerically inclined, to go do a little breakdown on how likely that was. Because,
I mean, after games 1 and 2, I think it was expressly likely.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Do the math, nerd. Now account for the power of Christ cursing your top deck.
What if I decided to be the most consistent man in the room, consistently able to add 1 legal target?
Shouldn't have been beating those Angels players at locals, bro. God is against you now.
The teapot does not approve. My inconsistent relationship with adding cards to hand.
I'll tell you who doesn't have an inconsistent relationship with adding cards to hand is Time Stranger Tokomon.
Big draw.
And the rookie dies. He does coaching, by the way.
We are even on board, though, because, again, Liberators, man,
BT9 deck with some salt and pepper.
I hate slop decks. I love Liberator. That was nice and pure. When I stayed in the back and I developed rookie 9 delays.
Well, Shoutcaster Tommy NT won't call anyone in the live chat a moron for complaining about, where are all my partner line decks? But Misplay for Game co-host Tommy NT once flamed a guy to death for that.
Yeah. Tune in next week.
Yeah.
We'll have some things to say about this very here regional.
Oh boy. God, I love Digimon. Right. Gang, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. The slower you roll here, the more likely you are to be able to find like a line that offers less risk. You don't really want to give Medusamon any of its like free bailouts. Like it's annoying to have to sack your rookies into security, but it's more annoying to have then not had it die and then had it check a training and watch you die. By the way, this line gets a lot of shit on the internet. But Lamiamon in the back insulates so much risk off of the Medusamon player in ways that like people don't really care to try and math out.
She also has a when attacking. Like some
That's
people,
why it's so good. This one I think generally this line is still stronger with the one that has keyword progress because it plays through ruin mode and stuff like that. But
I mean, so does this one. You're 7K.
yeah, you're 7K, but you immediately jump back up first. So you're activating progress at timings that are like more favorable for you. You can do like Lamiamon with the end of turn Owen and stuff the same way. Corona, I mean, he cycles cards.
Getting rid of the Diana.
Diana's not going to come up here, man.
It's interesting. Like
It's
turns
one
off,
of those cards.
It turns off Cyclo. It turns off hard play Medusa.
A Medusa that hard plays has trouble activating from that position.
Yeah, like it's a weird one. Yeah, it's a weird one, but I don't think like Congo and Diana are kind of target matchups for TS Angels.
And Toho Braves.
And Toho Braves, yeah. But yeah, it's an alright one.
This is so tough. So again, we talked about this. Like one of the aspects of like how greedy do you want to get? That is like the loaded shotgun. It's ready to promote, but Luke Campbell's showing free evolution rookie in the back. It's scary times on Red Deck High.
Yeah, this is.
If you commit super aggressively, like Vortex is looking to do here, what you can get away with is often the chance to build a board. Could God build a board so mighty Vulcanusmon couldn't hit it with a hammer? And sometimes the answer is yes. Genuinely, you can make, like, even if they de-evolve you, sometimes you've just made too much stuff. And notably, you just fill up their shit with like mem boosts and stuff.
Yeah, like 5
the
checks
delete
is crazy.
component of end of turn EX11 Medusamon attack is optional. You do not have to pop the Coronamon to fill that board more and more. So
You may delete his demonic.
yeah. So filling it up and then stacking that out. I don't
that was
understand.
actually multiple Digimon.
Yeah.
We get to
For
make
the first time
decisions.
today.
Yeah, the choice.
Not the illusion of choice, actual choice.
Just straight up genuine.
But yeah, if you build a board so big the Vulcanusmon can't be reduced efficiently, then you have a chance to try and stick a board for more than one turn. And there's not a ton of low-level Digivolve available to this specific
there
deck.
she is. I mean, look, she is named Medusa.
That's not the one you want.
It's not the one you want. but
Triggering
she-
it off the Lamia will do here.
She
and,
is.
And you know what? Bang for bang, it is also the biggest DP-wise and the only one that'll put 2 tokens down straight away. So in case you interface with something bad in security, like a factorial area that could like kind of punk you here, the 2 tokens come out right away.
Yeah, I mean, also
Feed me your Devo.
if the alternative was sit on,
Yeah, that's what you do with them.
if the alternative was sit on Lamia, like I'd rather get rid of those Divine Arms version Omega. They are like OSHA violations for sure.
Yeah. How come you get to link 8K DV, Volk? What's that about? No fair, Vulcanusmon. Your mom lets you have 2 Devos.
What's interesting here is, we're going to tap the Owen, and then we get 2 comments and attack. So this is the same Owen as before.
Yeah, this is a... Well, so, I mean, it depends what you check. You really don't want to... A Dankanan is so bad.
Dankanan is miserable.
But, like, you can't always greed for, like, playing for the OTK line. Oh, what am I talking about, chat? Sorry, that Medusamon has raid, and you can just hit over the token. You're fine. Although the problem is then you'll go to 2 Digimon on the board, so it's like... Do you feel confident with that being the amount that you keep around?
Gain 2, choke to 1.
Yummy memory.
Yeah, this is a pretty optimal looking pass. So Pierce is 1 check.
It's much bigger than that.
Yeah,
thanks
we're
to the
finally
DP
big.
in. Yeah, this is the big Medusa.
Large.
The whole ham.
And keeps us at 1. 1 memory, 1 body, forced body on board. Now, this is a really interesting matchup. Like, the additional consequences of Medusas.
Of the tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like it's the one particularly interesting red design in the last year.
It does. It just does cause some really interesting kind of
quirky side
board
effects.
states. Yeah, like this. The matchup isn't your usual like, all right, I'm gonna try to do my thing. You're gonna try to do your thing. It's like we both are playing the same mini game. Like the push and pull that Digimon is known for on the memory gauge is now kind of also being physically met in the
material on the board.
Yeah.
It in a weird way, it almost kind of plays like a green deck, where like it's about manipulating what resources you have available in play, not in hand or in trash or in deck. Like it's everything. It derives all its value from what you can place on field as fast as possible. We had a joke yesterday about like some of these decks are just about unshuffling themselves as fast as possible and producing your Vanguard TCG ride line, but this is maybe the most that deck in the entire card game. Probably ever, dare I say. Other than maybe like Alphamon back when it was like crazy in VT10.
Yeah. The craziest.
God, it's so sick that this... I mean, like, don't get me wrong. The Owen giving the piercing end of turn attack is really strong too. But like, there are so many situations where you'll find yourself like, if I pierce over the raid here, like I get a lot more out of that.
Yeah, getting the Medusa. This Medusa obviously doesn't have the protection, so things like if the big man
flare come down or something. You literally also sometimes the Vulc player outs this one by just playing a spell card or an option card, even. Excuse me. Factorial area. On
pretty
the
big
field.
pickup, but more importantly, we are now going to reduce the cost by 3 and from
Look
the top
who it
rope,
is.
the steel chair.
Yeah, the other we haven't even mentioned yet. This is to be fair, about as good a time for Marsmon to show up and save the day as possible, superhero style, because if this Medusa had stuck around for another turn, we risked a Styrakomon having the ability to target trash the Factorial area out, something kind of unique to this matchup. The Marsmon is genuinely a game-saving line here. Starts at 12,000, goes to 15, and that is more than enough to clock the Medusa down.
Yeah, because it's not lingering DP off the Owen, is it?
Owen doesn't provide the DP. Only the start of main sort of faux scramble Owen will give you the DP, or the memory setter, but that card is not particularly common. Yeah, interesting change.
Yeah, and because we had to do boost and training rather than scramble, it's not like we're actually playing for board right now.
Tough break. Although, again, when we talk about like who takes an off turn, Dan Kanan kind of undoing off turns by playing Vulcanusmons via field spells.
Yeah, it's
get you there.
Very consistently like proactive deck because it doesn't necessarily rely on raising and like traditional Evo lines. Speaking,
it kind of turns all Time Stranger rookies into Ukomons. Like you're just using them to swing and cycle. I like this. This is a sick play because what it does is it gives you the 1 back, so you're basically going neutral off your training, and it gives you a chance to go into your rush body and just keep putting stuff down, man. Although I'm speaking early yet, I haven't.
This is if we have another Medusa.
Yeah. Oh, another Factorial trash. Big deal.
And the question is whether we like boost. I don't think Crimson Blaze is the vibe because
obviously the worst. Because if you go past the Dankanan threshold here, because it's
you're not
for 5.
playing by an effect, you're just reducing the play cost, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, Crimson Blaze actually still
it will stop Factorial area Dankanan Vulcanus lines, but just actually physically playing the Vulcanus is different.
Yeah.
The other thing though is you can't reduce the Vulcanus if you put another token down later, because you are able to play tokens. You're still playing Digimon by effect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we make Medusa, then we're fine. But like, if we just like blaze the board, like it's
sorry. If it's blaze the board with no additional action here, you're absolutely right. In my head, I was imagining a conceptual put the level 6 on top, then blaze, and then end of turn Owen to combo. Because that Digimon's got rush, bro.
Yeah, but
maybe I speak too soon.
Nah, I just think the Evo we got didn't
get us there.
No, it didn't contribute. Like obviously we missed the rookie.
Went
break. Into 4, into 5. We drew 1 card that turn, so we had to draw either a 3 or a 6 to continue. So
And we didn't find any of those. More acute-eyed players here would have probably spotted how many 6s and 7s we've seen in the discard pile. So, without knowing for certain, I'm gonna say there's a high chance some of those guys might be in security. Well,
we already saw Styraco fall out of security. I guess that's one of the other things. Like, even if we don't find a 6, because we do have Owen, like Styraco, whilst not ideal, is still like a mega to put on top of
mega over
Lamia.
Lamia.
All right, so we're spending 5. Tidal Wave, yeah.
I think this is the right move, to be honest. You just reduce the game state down to make it simpler. Obviously, you still end up just hoping that you can deal with the token in some capacity, because it's about the quantity of the names you've got. God, Owen plus the tokens is just such an like people understand. Like, it's a understated part of why the efficiency in Medusamon is just so good. But yeah, very good.
It's
and he finds
he did find the rookie off the draw, so we're kind of off to the races. I think it's kind of cool. It kind of harkens, like, when we talk about like deck identity and like your deck fingerprint, things like, whilst there is obviously there's not a huge amount of uniqueness, we are missing common cards like the memory setter that you said, and like the Raging Serpentine.
Serpentine's kind of fallen off in a strange way over the course of the format. I think because the biggest bozoiest Digimon just are actively trying to remove themselves from the board, Serpentine's kind of just giving them what they want. Crimson Blaze on the other hand, picking up in a big way.
Yeah, so this is why we asked the question at the start of our turn, just
Goodness me.
In between theater.
I mean, that's
burned.
what happens. That's this deck.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because like
I love the conga line of moving the factorial area up. By the way, every time we Lamia, it gets closer to the front.
It's, like it's on the assembly line.
Yeah. It's at the airport when you're waiting to pick up your bag. Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, sorry, you've got to go to a different terminal.
Yeah, it goes back around.
The cool like we asked the question just to confirm the conditions for Vulcanus before we made the Blaze play, but like it just accelerates us just a little bit further. One of the things that's really cool, obviously some of it comes down to circumstance of what you draw.
Yeah.
But it is also a very it's a playstyle that I kind of would associate with Jacob. Like obviously, you know, being a Mirage aficionado, the consistent tags.
Yeah, this is a tempo stack deck line. Like this is his bread and butter.
Yeah.
Okay, Monica's a card I want to talk about. So Monica recurring an option optionally means that it's also just raw card draw. So in a context where like this deck is doing a lot of its cycling just with the Coronamons, yeah, you get your egg draws, but we've missed rookie 2 times. The real difference is in how fast we can get set up, like to find your Vulcanuses. So cantrips and like kind of hidden information matters a lot. It's for Luke's case, not having your rookie is a challenge because it means you can't promote, you can't get your cycle. So the Monica kind of replacing that in one piece is pretty strong. But
it does force you to commit to board.
Yeah, and the change with the Crimson Blaze means obviously it re-enables. Well, now neither of us have Digimon, so your Vulcanus is going to cost a lot. But without that context, Crimson Blaze also stops the Marsmon / option play Digimon for game. So, yeah, you might lose all your security off a big bozo hitting you, but like you got time to make another decision tree.
I think one thing that's also interesting is obviously because this factorial area is still stuck in security, we actually were missing the black source. And again, like you said, without having a Kokua for the black source, the Monica at least means now between these 2 tamers we have. We have what we need from a slinging spells perspective.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting too. One of the adaptations I've seen, I'm not sure if this is the case in Luke's list, but some of the recent adaptations to Vulc are frequently doing things like playing out the double factorial area.
Yeah.
Link +4. Sorry, yeah. So the Dankanan are the colors of Paradise Coliseum. It's like a kind of quirk to the card that means that card is always kind of live and ready to roll. So I've seen a lot of lists opt for something like 3 factorial and a Paradise instead of, if they were ever playing the 4th copy, all 4 factorial. And it's because, like you mentioned, like needing the color source saves you a lot of headache sometimes. And Vulc provides you the rush anyway. So the Paradise Coliseum is sort of the same net advantage.
This is brilliant.
Just about it anyway. God, the Congo is good here.
Yeah, Lamia is a 7 play cost, so she can't swing at security. We've got no sideways bodies. Once again, Luke denies a big turn, but
Even a Medusa.
all it does is stop you from getting the hand rip.
Yeah, exactly. Which, to its credit, stops the factorial from getting kind of owned in that regard. There's a mem boost and 2 mem gains there. So there's I know a Digimon who can solve a face-up security kind of comfortably. Oh, that's not the one though.
Yeah,
well, we'll find out.
We have to find it. Like, one was found. What you remember? One was insecurity.
Yes.
And the other, you know what? It's kind of about time that a reveal went in his favor.
Yeah, a Liberator and a Dragonkin. Say hello to Styrakomon. Oh.
Are we?
You ever watch a combo player tap the table and start to think about what that might mean? Maybe he's a drummer in a past life.
The drums of liberating you from this seat by force.
You see stuff like that, you know they're going to go Ringo far in the bracket.
I like that.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
That's all I had, genuinely.
Just confirming something with the judge real quick, just to have a gander, make sure that we've got the ruling correct on this.
Always nice to make a point of saying this. Say thank you to your local judges. They help keep your scene alive and healthy. And thank you to the OPE judge staff who have been instrumental in keeping this, the Misplay for Game community stream for the Rotherham Regional Season 1 2026 moving along smoothly. They've been kind enough to literally provide us a stream judge at every single round, even when that wasn't originally a guarantee. So these guys have been the coolest. We appreciate the OPE team very much.
Yeah. I think, so we were just clarifying something on the Lamia effect, which is about to resolve now.
I like the second Warp Lamia line, actually, because it means you can resolve the when Digivolving to sort the same problem out.
Yeah.
And then if you can show me a Digimon with progress and a way to out of security. Hypothetically speaking, let's call it Styrakomon.
Yeah. So we've used all of our memory inheritance now, haven't we?
Yeah, but mon frere, I believe this is all that she wrote.
Yeah, it is indeed.
GG's. That was a crazy set. It had the highs, it had the lows, it had the breaks, it had the plies. So
yeah, just...
that was a drama in 4 parts.
Yeah, clean. Coming away with the win is going to be Jacob moving on to a top 4 and a uncut sheet. So this is actually the highest placement we've seen out of him. You know, obviously
the Vortex sweeps up another, moving on to top 4.
Yeah, like obviously Luke got to, lift a trophy mat back, and also a Blitz Omni, a serialized Blitz Omni.
I wish we got serialized trophies again.
Yeah, I think they were really sick, but new PB for the Welsh representative. I didn't put Wales like I did for our previous ones. That's my fault.
Yeah, look at you.
Yeah.
Oh,
he has to play either Inigo or Fizz. I mean, I saw a Fizz bump there. That's what and I do wonder if we still have Cross Heart in top 4. Yeah, because they were going on a run all the way into top 8.
So I better play
But yeah, these players are getting sorted up. We're going to be getting sent off to a little bit of of a break, and we'll see you on the